Perfect. 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 Perfect.
I don't even see you. You off to you must be off to the side. Oh,
All right, all right, all right. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
hmm
Hope everybody is good to go. It's been a while since we've given you guys some sauce. I heard in the streets that the people are wanting some sauce. Well, this is about as saucy as it's gonna get because this is bullshit. We got a lot to talk about. But what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports, the Houston, Texas Homer Network. And I know some of you are like, oh, Honcho, the language. Well, this is a saucy Sauce Sports stream. Like I said, I know it's been a minute since y'all heard one of those, but you finna get the full-fledged funk today because this is a topic that deserves every bit of it. And, a lot of Roundtable, caught off guard, but when they can get in and join us, they will. And at some point in time, we're going to get the sauce line opened up because there's... we got stuff to talk about, Houston. Let's just get into it, man. I got a gentleman from the round getting down me today, man. Who do we have in the mix with us today?
Woo! Third Coast Sports TV. Wink in the building. Cleveland Browns fans. Stand the fuck up. You got a easy haul. You paid this man his money. You didn't have to give up no players. And you ultimately fucked the whole ass Texans. Fuck the whole ass Texans.
It's a sad state of affairs that we're currently in. I believe some members of the round have left the building. Elvis has left the building, and I can't get with it. It's not my blood, I mean, I'm not gonna follow this unprofessional, inconsiderate, oily-assed piece of shit.
Wow.
So all I'm saying is, get him out of there. Go to Cleveland. Because here's the thing, man. Here's the thing you got to understand. Cultures are cultures, and the Texans may not be beneficiaries of this stuff, but winners win and losers lose. The Cleveland Browns are losers. Historically, perpetually, eternally, forever and a day. So whether he goes there or not, he don't have enough juice to turn that franchise around. But let's talk about it. Who won the trade, in your opinion, Mr. Wink?
Oh, the Houston Texans. I mean, well, the Houston Texans got a nice little haul. But until we know what the additional picks are, I'm not willing to say that. I'd say they win it surefire if they get Miles Garrett, they get a Denzel Ward, you get a Nick Chubb or a Kareem Hunt. I'd say undoubtedly they win. But the fact that it was already put out there that they were going to get that the minimum was 3 first-round picks, I slight them a little bit because it was pick 13. You still could have made a better deal, with Atlanta, but in Atlanta fashion, they fumbled the bag. They fumbled the Super Bowl as usual. I don't know exactly what the Panthers had going on. I guess it was a king ransom that they just couldn't pay because Deshaun Watson getting his $230 million fully guaranteed sets the market on a totally different path. So who knows what that's going to do for quarterbacks in years to come. Deshaun Watson is going to perform in that division. And I think the fact that he has 2 other quarterbacks in the division to be able to help him step his game up even more takes his game to a whole nother level. In the AFC South, I don't think he really gets challenged like that. But having Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow, I think that's going to do something, and it gives him uh, uh, playing in that division is something about it. The legacy, he can change it around, but I understand people are going to be pissed for days to come. But in all honesty, bro, I really want to retract, and I want to say the fucking Browns really won this pick because I mean, what are they really going to do with the picks at this point anyway? They got the quarterback that they've always needed for their franchise. They have never had no. Yeah, we can hear you, bro. Yeah, they've never been in contention to having any great fucking quarterback. Go ahead and get the Cleveland Browns. The fact that they didn't have to give up picks and no players, and they've already signed their QB of the future already means they're in win now mode, and they're gonna do better than the Houston Texans are gonna do over the next 5 years.
Give me just a second. I'll be bringing Mr. Tim in. Give me just a moment. I'll let you know when I got it all together here. But it's no question whatsoever that Cleveland won this fucking trade, right?
Absolutely.
Because what you got 5 picks, you got 3 firsts, some lates, no players. I mean, what the fuck? Everything else that was going on. I mean, that's all I got. It's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's just like, and look, bro, I have been, I'm on the train. If I'm giving Casario a full year to do his thing. I'm gonna give him a full draft. Like this, the pressure's on at this point. If that's all you walked away with, you better hit on each one of those. Like there's no questions asked. Like you can't afford to miss. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Because like I said, to me, you got hoes like all the talent that Cleveland has, and you got nothing. They are too deep at every position. Like you couldn't get anybody. You couldn't pick up anybody. Like good grief. All right. We joined with Mr. Tin Man there. How you doing there, Mr. Tin Man?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's a hell of a day to be a Texans fan.
Yeah. I mean, Winks jumped ship. He's no longer a Texans fan. I think he's now a member of the Cleveland Browns organization.
Wait. You're not part of the dog pound now?
I will be part of the dog pound.
Terrible. This saddens me. This saddens me, bro. Like
I'm gonna let y'all know how it feels in a few months.
It's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, but everything, knowing what we know now, with all the anticipation, all the hype, everything that surrounded the whole Diva Deshaun debacle, how are you feeling about the outcome, Mr. Tin Man?
I feel like this went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. I don't have any faith in Nick Casario at all. I think all of you that do are either giving hope to yourself when you don't deserve to give hope to yourself, and 2, you just don't know football. This guy is misstepping every step of the way. His last draft class wasn't even that good. His best pick was in the 6th round.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gotta
you was
understand.
dead ass wrong for that photo you just had behind you, bro. Why the fuck did he have to have on the Cosby face, bro? Like what the fuck, bro?
I mean, I was looking for pictures of Deshaun. That's the first thing that popped up. I was looking for a Deshaun jersey swap. First thing I saw, so I figured, hey, I'll go with this. This looks appropriate. All right. But you feel that you have no faith in Mr. Casario, Tin Man. You say he is who you thought he was.
No, this is what you were gonna get. Like, you should have took that deal that Miami Dolphins offered you. I mean, he was willing to sign his no trade with him, and you could have got him out of here for 3 firsts. And it would have been like, okay, it was quick. Let's get him out of here. But you got 3 firsts anyways. But you didn't really get anything. Like, all the criminal shit is gone. Like, there's no worry about that shit right now. And he, of course, is still gonna be civil suits. Like, this dude is gonna be playing. He's not gonna play.
Shit.
And this is what people gotta realize.
Fucking Cleveland paying the civil suits. They gave it fucking they boosted his fucking shit, man. Look.
Bro,
exactly.
They paid the civil suits plus some. That's what I'm like. You gotta understand this right now. Like, Deshaun Watson is the biggest winner out of this trade right now. The
absolutely.
Browns are the second winner out of this trade. Deshaun's agent is the 3rd winner out of this trade. And the Houston Texans are still ranked 32nd in the fucking league in this fucking trade. I mean, you can sit here and tell me all that you want about how we could do what the freaking Bengals did. Like, get out of my face with that bullshit. Like, really.
Right.
We're not the Bengals.
No.
The Bengals spent some time and they were building a team around Dalton. Then that fell apart. Then they had to start going away from that. And then they fucking lucked into fucking Joe Burrow. And they lucked into a lot of the situations that they had. They made smart free agent acquisitions. And then you got to look at what they did over like 3-4 years. It wasn't a 2-year rebuild. That was a 2-year retool for fucking quarterbacks. And hell, I mean, he got hurt his rookie season. Like, stop.
Right.
Davis Mills is not your answer.
What?
No.
Nick Casario is not your answer.
No,
This
damn
team-
show ain't.
This team, I swear to God, Nick Casario better at least draft some talent because the next guys that come in to have to run this organization and coach this organization, at least they might have some talent to work with. But I'm hoping he doesn't bust. I hope he doesn't bust on these was it 6 picks that he's got. At least he should be around for those. But if we really like shit the bed in 2023, going into 2024, they should fire his ass, and they should fire the coach, and they should start over with 2 fresh bodies in there, starting off on the same page, going in the same direction.
Okay. Okay.
Lovey Smith has to be feeling like, bro, like what the fuck, bro? Like, okay, I understand this was a possibility, but you don't even get the best option. At least AJ Terrell was on the fucking table for you, and at least you get 2 extra second round picks this year in this year's draft, on top of having a top 10 pick. Like you get a early to mid round pick with the Cleveland Browns. You get, yeah, of course, the first next year, the first after the fact. Oh, who's to say that they're even going to be top picks? They can fuck around and be like pick 26, pick 27, pick 28. Then what is it going to be, bro? Like it. Nick Casario, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to end up packaging the deal to be able to move up into this draft and probably switch around with a team. But I think Nick Casario, more so than Deshaun Watson, really fucked everything up because he had deals on the table. He didn't go for it. He allowed this bullshit. If everybody wants to be mad, I understand everybody wants to be mad at Deshaun Watson. Everybody needs to be taking a fucking banging the table at Nick Casario because Kenny has a great point, bro. You come into this situation. You've been with a team with New England for years. You got all of these guys coming in this draft this year and next year, and you're not getting the haul of a lifetime. I don't consider this the haul of a lifetime because
Absolutely
the three
not.
first round picks were already on the table. That was already a definite. And if you're not getting another second, and if they fuck around and they get a 4th round pick out of this period, it's already a wash, in my opinion.
Well,
It's a wash.
I mean, when you really look at this, and I want to go on a tangent about this, like y'all might be saying that I'm brimstone and fire right now, and I'm like, world is ending and nothing's
Mm. Oh, you lagged a little bit, bro. I don't know what
in
happened.
life. You
Oh,
might say that, but I
there
have
you
been
go.
saying this about Nick. The idea that we flew a plane out there to get him. I knew from the very beginning that we were going with the same Patriot motif, the same Patriot mindset, and you really got to
Oof.
understand that when you bring a guy in like this, he's nickel diming every little thing, and he's just trying to get the deal done. And that's what this really boiled down to. He waited too long when he should have just pulled the trigger because we could have ended up with 3 first round picks the year prior, and we could have been like pulling in a haul. We could have been active in free agency. We're not right now because we don't have the money because it looks like we're going to end up paying some of fucking Deshaun's contract still this year.
what?
He's going to the Browns. I mean, it's not official, but it's floated around out there.
Yeah.
Don't quote me as your source. I'm just
Yeah.
a fucking fan. I'm not a fucking fake journalist like you see about these fucking pussies on fucking Twitter do. They tell you, oh, I'm a journalist. I get to sit down and talk with the players. I don't give a fuck about being best friends with these players. I'm a fan of the team. I'm a fan of the sport. These guys are not going to be a Texan as long as I'm going to be a Texan. And that's a fucking fact. And if you feel the same way, you should be speaking up on this. We're the fans. We're the source of income. You buy this shit right here, this pays their salary. Yeah, this one little hat, that jersey you have hanging up in your closet, the stuff that you buy that are Texans affiliated, that pays their salary. So you get the right to criticize. You get the right to be a little rough around the edges as far as what their production gives you, as far as where you want to be happy with it. This isn't anything to be happy with. We we haven't done anything in free agency as far as this goes. This is our biggest move, but yet we haven't started trending in any direction. We don't know what side of the ball they're trying to rebuild. Are they going with offense or are they going with defense? I mean, we don't have a plethora of picks right now. We get 2 first rounders this year. So what are we going to target? Are we going to do defense or are we going to do offense? I would really hate for him to sit in the middle and try to do both, because that's not how you're going to be really successful in rebuilding a team. And especially if you look around at this league and look at how people are really going, it's all about finding that talent and signing that talent. And that's what you need to start doing. And I don't think that Nick Casario has that capability.
Like I say, man, it's a point where it's I don't know what I have to look forward to as a Texans fan at this point. I know people are like, oh, you still got 3 firsts, and you got your first this week. Yeah, it's cool. But like I said, that was the standard, right? That was baseline. Like, so everything on top of that is what mattered. Now I know the biggest issue with this, and this is where y'all know how I feel about Deshaun. I've been feeling about Deshaun. This ain't nothing new. I know people are surprised or whatever, but it's been a character concern of mine the entire time. Like the way that it came down to the last couple of teams, and the conversation was Carolina, Atlanta, New Orleans, then or the Browns. What was it? Browns? Yes, they were kicked out the conversation. Then all of a sudden, double back. Here they come. And it's a couple of things that I think matter with this. Is one, Deshaun, his decision making. Two, the media as a whole. Because we get accosted, attacked, berated for having opinions. Taking information, making informed opinions. Common sense, and applying it. I'm not saying we got no inside source. Not saying we're plugged in this fashion or that fashion. Just making educated guesses, and we get attacked for it. Everybody in the fucking media has been wrong, especially within the last 2 to 3 months. Who's y'all's favorite? Pancakes tweet out today that he's going to be a Falcon, and then a couple of minutes later turn around, he's a Brown. Y'all still rely on that as a pertinent source. These are the insiders. So it's media, the way that they act like the end all be all when it comes to this information. You know what I mean? You're just getting it a little bit before everybody else. Not that you're utilizing it better than anybody else. But then two, like I said, just the fact that we got shortchanged, man. Like, let me see, what is the official thing again? It was 3 first rounders, a third rounder, so no second round. Like back when the conversation was what, 3 1s and 3 2? No seconds. No, it's 3 first round picks, a third rounder, and a late round pick swap, probably a 4th for a 5th. Then that's it. So, I mean, the like, mm, mm, the what? Oh, okay, my bad. Oh yeah, I did it. The little thing. I apologize. If you missed out on the volume, it should be good now. Well, now it's not the volume on our end. Y'all all deaf. That's all that is. Y'all just all went deaf at the same time. So that's unfortunate for you guys, right? Don't do that. Just try not to do that again as a collective, and everything will be all right. Now, yeah, but we're basically talking about how the picks was it was a swindle. It was basically a robbery. It was like basically what Cleveland did is they walked into the Bank of the Texans. You know what I'm saying? They had they little mask on. Went up to the teller. Nick and Sarah working. So how can I help you today, sir? What can I do for you? Have an account with us? And he just took the little index card and they put it on the table face down and they just slid it to him. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And he picked it up and he looked. He wanted to hit the panic button, but then he saw the guy had the little, he opened the coat up just to let him know he wasn't playing around. He had a little something for him. And he went ahead and emptied the accounts and got nothing for it. Like I said, the 3 first, that should have been like that shouldn't even that should be nulled out. Like that's not even something to even talk about. It's all the additional compensations you're supposed to get.
Right.
And I said a while back, don't be surprised if things don't go the way you think they are. People get all crazy or the wait and see train around here. It's always Captain Negatives, and then when motherfuckers right, they go duck and hide, and then they try to subtweet or they wait till we argue with people and then try to like the little stuff. Like it's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen. I meant to tell y'all this the other day. Yeah, it's time to rectify the problem of the sports conversation in this city. It's got 2 weeks.
No, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Right.
I mean, they're already starting to pivot the conversation. They're just like, oh, well, three firsts is a lot of picks. Yeah, it would have been a lot of picks, this time last year if you pulled the trigger then.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same trade, but I mean, at least you would have got him out of here, and in hindsight, it would have been like, well, shit, the Texans didn't have to deal with all of the bullshit. It was another team's problem. It wasn't theirs. But I mean, you waited to basically get the same trade that you could have got last year.
Yeah. You got less than the trade you could have got last year. You got less
Call
than
them the Houston. They're not the Houston Texans. Call them the Houston Swindlers. The Houston Swindlers.
the swindles. They the ones getting swindled. Like
Swindles. Yeah.
so, no. That's like honestly, that's the lowest offer I've heard since this shit started. Like of everything, the offer that he actually accepted is the lowest offer that I've seen out of anybody. Even all the sitting, I'm like, yeah, these are outrageous. 3 firsts, 3 seconds.
Right.
This, that, and the third. You hear all the stuff Atlanta's allegedly putting on the table. You hear players crying and upset because they getting told they finna get moved. And so, like, my deal, though, is not just with this. As a Texas fan, yeah, I'm fucking pissed. Like, fuck Deshaun Watson. But the way he handled this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The way he handled this is... to me, it's the most bitch-made shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, to me, it trumped the fucking decision from LeBron, dog. Like... just the way it was, just the whole thing played out. And then, of all places, Cleveland?
The worst part about it is the fact that he got traded within the AFC. Like, most people, like Russell Wilson's trade looks way better than this because they end up, the Seahawks, they got proper compensation. The Denver Broncos got proper compensation. I don't understand exactly how they went for this bullshit ass trade. Just the fact that they were outside of the top 10 should have negated them from the trade, period. You should only have wanted to been talking to people who were within the top 10 or had multiple seconds, multiple firsts for years to come and add in some players. No players are added to this. So how the fuck can I root for this team at all?
Wink, wink. There's that little, this is Deshaun in the corner twisting his mustache because he is the bad guy in this situation. He controlled where the trade was going to happen.
Absolutely.
I'll give Nick that. He couldn't just go after the biggest basket. Couldn't go after just the biggest basket. And that's the deal right now. Deshaun got to be the bad guy in this situation, and I don't blame him. I mean, when a player gets to stuff it to a team, they get to stuff it to a team. That's cool. Teams fuck older players all the time. Once they age out, they don't give a fuck about honoring those contracts anymore.
That's true.
They don't give a fuck about fucking being loyal to the fan base and keeping this one person that the fan base loves, that loves the city that they came to play for. But this is the Deshaun bad guy moment right now. He's twisting his mustache. He's over here fucking in the corner because he gets to decide where he went.
Real quick, I mean to cut you off. Shout out, my bad. Some super saucy, super chat love from Mitch's Corner of Mayhem. Say Miss Tina wants to see Scotty. Scotty is somewhere, I think, trying to get some of them little dirty dog snacks he got. But appreciate the love. Shout out to Mitch's Corner of Mayhem. And shout out to Rio with the red band, red flag. Nick, the choke, Casario got fleeced again. The worst part is the 3rd and 4th and not even this year. Wow.
Exactly.
Well, I had to give him a 5th and have to wait until 2020. What? We got picks on layaway? What?
Yes.
Wait. We get this year's first round from him, right?
Yeah, we get the first, but the third and the other picks are in later years.
Duh.
Miss me with that.
They're not even for this year. Yeah. So the Browns can still add to their team and didn't even have to give any premium players in the fucking trade with Deshaun Watson. These niggas suck.
Bro, they could have threw that 3rd and 5th round pick away and just given me an extra second. Then I would have been like, okay, this shit makes sense. You're getting 4 fucking picks in the top 64 players. It's not a bad deal.
My whole thing with the picks, like I said, I felt like when you're trading a guy the caliber of Deshaun Watson, I need immediate impact And that means, early round picks this year, significant first and second, and I need impactful players that can contribute to my team right now. Plus, I need some long-term compensation because he's going to be with y'all long-term. Y'all going to have success down the line. So I'm going to need those extra couple of years and some additional picks to go with those years, multiple picks. But the fact that, like I said, you only got a first this year. You got some layaway late round picks. And a couple for to me, and again, there's nothing else out of it. You got hosed. I mean, there's nothing. And I've been trying to root for Casario. I'm gonna give him a fair shot. And y'all know I hate the Patriot way. I tried to hit the reset button. I tried to let Cully make it, but fuck him. But he laughing at all of us. Let me tell you, idiots. That motherfucker over there looking like remember when Dave Chappelle was fucking with Oprah? That motherfucker over there with his money.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, that motherfucker don't give a shit. That motherfucker don't give a fuck at all. He laughing his ass to the bank.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's tough, bro. Why can't we find competent front office personnel? It feels like, and my thing was I was commending Casario the entire time for standing firm. Okay, he stood through the trial. It was a potential that a lot of value could have been lost, and you could have really been hosed. You stood through that. Bam, all the value shoots back up. You got all the stuff. At some point in time, you got to say, look, Deshaun, fuck you. This is what we should I'm not taking this shit. Look, you either go here or nothing. But like I said, what has happened though, and correct me if I'm wrong. I put a poll in the chat to see how y'all feel about it. I feel like even through all these shenanigans, like I said with Deshaun's character, to me he's made himself the bad guy though, because he's enticed so many fan bases as if they had a shot at this dude.
Everybody loves to hate somebody.
And then only to turn around, like I said, Cleveland. Come on, and let's be honest, Cleveland's been having some better years than us as of recent.
So
but
why would you try to be virtuous in this situation? Fuck you, I'm gonna go get mine. Yeah. And I think that's the perfect mentality that he has here. Yeah. So he's rolling into Cleveland, showing them, hey, I don't give a fuck what the world thinks about me. I don't give a shit what the rest of the NFL league thinks about me. I'm here to play. I'm here to win. I'm here to get paid. And that's going to bring a mentality into that locker room. And he's already liked. He's not horribly hated by players. Yeah. I mean, he's going to go in there. He's going to get along with guys. He's going to start trending them in the right direction. Their offense is going to be more dynamic than it has been in the last 3 to 4 years. And
yes.
I mean, what else do you want? You're getting that guy that goes in there and makes plays on his feet, makes plays with his arms. He's an accurate passer. Is the Bill Cosby? Is the Bill Cosby back there again?
No.
You know the funniest shit about this whole situation is that fucking Baker Mayfield got drafted number 1 a year after Deshaun Watson, replaced him that same year on the top 100 by 1, and this man gets traded to your team, gets the fucking contract up for lifetime, and he took your fucking job. You idiot! You piece of shit! You suck!
Crazy.
You suck!
That's crazy. Bro.
And you know what's going to be even funnier is if Deshaun takes the Hulu commercials from him. And he's over there walking around the stadium.
Oh, wow.
Bro, you know who I feel the worst for? I feel the worst for Lovey. I feel the worst for Lovey. I feel the absolute worst for Lovey because it's either going to be a situation where they have to either trade back from the 3rd spot and then accumulate more picks, or they have to move up. And I guarantee you, I don't want fucking Nick Casario moving up at all in this draft. If he is not moving back and accumulating more assets to add to this football team, do you really believe that this man is going to get the job done after he just botched this trade? Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's clear who ran this shit. It's clear.
Expect a very pedestrian trade. Very pedestrian.
All the little hope I had, up with hope, down with dope. Might have to reverse that around because this. I was just like, I'm telling y'all, I had thumbnails ready and everything. It was gonna be Atlanta, Terrell was coming. We already know the situation with Pitts and why that won't happen. All that. We've had these conversations. We've been in the Discord for days on end. Just basically in a holding pattern, just waiting. It's about to come. The hammer's gonna drop. He's gonna go to ATL. Where he can engage in all the behaviors he loves because they embrace that there. And, we're going to be done with it. We're going to have new picks. We're going to have a strengthening defensive backfield. We're thinking, okay, cool. It's going to be good. Then this shit happens. You get nothing. no pick, not old Dusty Kareem Hunt, not a Chubb, not a Garrett, not a nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nobody.
you got some pedestrian picks. Like I say, just what it should have been. It's not even a top 10 pick. Like that's kind of like
The
deal breaker to me. Like not only is it the first round, but it's like not even a top 10. Everybody else offered you a top 10 pick, and multiple picks and everything else that went with. And I get, Deshaun had say so, but it still would have been a point like, dog, look, nah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like it just ain't gonna shake, because it would have came down to the point where if these teams are telling you they gonna break the bank for you financially, look, you gonna get more money, but you can't win on every. Like that's where Nicky lost me, because I thought he was gonna play hardball, and eventually he ended up being the one, losing the game of chicken. And like I said, Deshaun won on every front. Like beat the case, got the highest payday, got out of Houston, kept all the talent that's around him. Basically, you know what I'm saying? He the missing piece that the Browns have needed. Because Baker's been trashed. Like, everybody outside of him knows that.
You want to drop this on top? He's not even suspended.
Yeah,
like the league.
He's not even suspended.
No
Exactly.
on him. He's not even suspended.
Hey, and Black Dave, no, we didn't get no players. Period. Chubb, Hunt, they all still there.
Yeah,
they all. We didn't get no players from the Browns.
Nothing.
Period. Zero.
Yeah.
No Myles Garrett, no Denzel Ward, no Chubb, no nothing. We couldn't even get Baker.
Yes.
And then the funny part about that, the Browns are going to allow Baker to go ahead so he can choose his trade option of where he wants to go.
Are they doing that now?
They let him gracefully leave. They are going to let him gracefully leave. Yes.
Because I know yesterday it was like, fuck that.
No. You're talking all that shit only to be replaced by the court.
Shout out.
If I'm gonna be honest, if we had Baker in this trade, at least I could be like, okay, at least we get an upgrade at fucking quarterback above Mills. Because we knew we were rocking with Mills no matter what this year.
What are y'all talking about? Upgrade Baker? The little mini chubby fucking.
Yeah, I would take mini Baker over Mills
how to play quarterback.
Baker Mayfield should be a pipe fitter. Okay, and that's not slander against pipe fitters. He's built like a pipe fitter, right? You know what I'm saying? Without a twit card.
It's
anyway,
a lot better than having a quarterback built like a zoo animal.
Well, hey, the giraffes are majestic. They're graceful. They're the
graceful. That's what we're throwing around.
Yes, he's graceful. He moves out there so fluidly, like a galloping giraffe. It's an elegant thing to see in person.
Man, shout out to Rio again, bro.
Oh, whoa!
Shit pixelates behind.
Shout out to Rio, bro. Shout out to Rio again. That boy running red lights. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Rio?
They still train Baker and get something for him. Also, Wink just wait. We're going to take Baker's commercials. Also, appreciate the love. Right, damn. Rio.
Yeah.
Rio, as many of you don't know, is a part-time bank robber. And one time I seen him fight a homeless guy for no reason, but he's all right with us. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. He's a part of the sauce. But appreciate the love. There we go. And shout out to Sauce Boy 713. Say, what's your draft targets in the first round? We'll save that conversation because that's something else that's coming up. But we got some free agency discussion, a little what's left of it, and then we can talk a little draft. But my deal is this, dog. Like, I'm glad it's done. That's been my whole thing. I'm ready to move forward from it. But I'm not gonna lie, I would have been a lot more comfortable. I am because next year I believe we play the Browns, and I can't wait to see Davis Mills bust fucking Deshaun's ass. And all that talk, end all the nonsense, all the doubt and the haters,
Sure, but, he's gonna do that, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, who is Deshaun when he ain't got a bunch of weapons around? I mean, what is he really doing? I mean, he's got to prove something. Too.
That's a lie. He didn't prove that too. Yeah, he didn't prove that
too. It's a matter of time before them weapons start signing on.
Exactly.
Terrible.
He still got Anthony Schwartz. He still got running backs. He ain't never had these kind of running backs. He got. That's
what I'm saying. He needs somebody to carry him, and so I understand that.
I had this thought the other day. Deshaun makes people good. Y'all remember?
He does.
You remember his rookie year? Who was wearing number 12? You forgot his name already, didn't
Ellington? The GOAT?
Yes.
The GOAT? The people's elbow? The people's elbow?
Yes.
Bruce Ellington was a made man before he ever met the time.
My guy.
Deshaun piggybacks off his
had a
skills.
resurgence in his career. We thought he was going to be something good.
Man, how many times Bruce had to save Deshaun on those errant passes?
Man,
Get Deshaun out of here.
That
Bro,
crazy.
cut it out, bro. Sis,
You holler at me when Mills is making people look good.
Mills is the manufacturer. Midas Mills, the man with the golden arm. I'm trying to tell y'all, y'all see. That's all I can say.
No, Midas Mills.
Mills knows how to play 2 quarters of football, and he stops after the other 2.
Man, I had a shirt I was gonna do a special shirt for this stream, similar to the last stream, but I'm glad I didn't because
I'm glad you did.
I would have had to eat crow on it because it was gonna be a Casario shirt, and I'm so disappointed in the outcome of this trade. Like, my meter was like, say you got like from 0 to 10, 0 being terrible, 10 being, impeccable. It was like at a 5.5 on Casario. So just slightly above average, more in the positive zone. Just I'm seeing what he's trying to give him a shot. Like right now, I'm like a 2 on Casario. Like it's going to take some kind of, he's going to have to squeak out a free agency somehow, and I don't see how it's going to, do anything beneficial. Or some kind of late information is going to have to come out about this pick that wasn't initially pushed out. But right now, it's not looking good. Like he's going to have to, he's got to kill the draft. And the fact that you got less assets means you need to be, more accurate with your picks. Like you can't afford the misses now. Like you had a chance to have the biggest blockbuster trade in probably sports history, and we walk away with this. So it's unfortunate, sad state of affairs. But at this point, what other options do we have as Texans fans but to move forward, Mr. Tin Man?
What'd you say?
I was saying what
I had a phone call.
No, I was saying what other options do we have, being Texans fans, but to move forward.
Bro, if the only thing that's even going to remote,
no,
you could.
That's disgusting.
The only option that any Texans fan have right now is really just to root for the players you fuck with. You don't even necessarily have to become a fan of the team. It's just that player is on your team and you want to watch what that player's development throughout the rest of the season, just watch that team. You can still watch the Texans. I'm going to still watch the Texans.
Oh.
I'm still going to watch it. Don't get it twisted, but bro, this is it right here, bro.
The answer's at the forefront of all this. You are the fan. You are the income. Just like I said at the beginning of this, you are the life source of the Houston Texans. If he doesn't win on these picks, if we don't start trending in some kind of direction in the next 2 to 3 years, by all means, get in their ass. Make yourself heard. That is the only difference that you can change. Unless you want to go root for an NFC team, which I know some of you, fans do. Y'all have an NFC and an AFC
That's
team.
That's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing. Some of you got 2 AFC teams. But I don't care what you do. Go to another team then. Root for them until you feel like they're getting good again over here. Because it's going to be a long time before it's all said and done. I said last year it would be about 10 years. We're at 9 years left until we start to see a good Texas team again.
That hurts my soul. It hurts me to hear it because I believe it.
How long should fans in Houston have to hold on to some bullshit that doesn't respect them, doesn't do everything it's needed to get everything? And at the end of the day, when are they gonna fucking be the bullies of the league? Guess what? They're never gonna do that, bro. We're always gonna be the little brothers. We're gonna be the third cousin of the Cowboys for the remainder of our tenure.
I think this is why we have the Sauce community. The Sauce community got tired of the bullshit a long time ago, and we started speaking up and speaking out on it. I used to be one of the most positive fans on this damn application.
Oh, I remember.
I used to go to war for this team, and I used to talk so much crap about other people. And so many times during that tenure, I was let down, and I had to do crow video after crow video after crow video. And, it eats away at you after a little while because you start to wonder, when are we going to turn the corner? When are we going to start beating the good teams? When are we going to be a contender? And we're so far away from those conversations, it's not even funny. Like
bro.
next year, this season is a wash. This season, you're not winning anything, so you're just watching to
No,
see where is my team going. What is the trend? What are we building? What are we trying to do? And then the following year, okay, can we improve on what we tried to last year? And it's going to be 2 to 3 years of that. And if you can't get a consistency there, I say by which would be his fourth year as GM, Nick Casario should be fired if we don't have some kind of trend in the right direction.
But does the front office even know how to read trends? How to know if we are trending in the right direction? Like, do they even give a shit? I
He
mean,
knows how to read financial charts. He knows how to know that he's got to keep it underneath the line here, and he knows he's got to get the profits up here. That's what he understands. He doesn't understand football. He doesn't understand winning in football. He got to watch
nope.
one of the greatest coaches ever to do it. But we have learned as of recently that success came at the hands of Tom Brady, and Bill
Right,
Belichick
right.
just didn't mismanage him.
yeah, yeah. Man, it's
Damn, R.I.P. Larry and Stafford, bro.
What
What do you do?
I think they were saying Larry was going hard for Deshaun or something. I can't remember. Somebody was talking about it the other day. 50 Cent gonna claim bankruptcy. That motherfucker ain't gonna buy no goddamn football team, man. Now to change Salt Sports to the Crow Show. Oh, trust me, look. Right now, we've been
Right.
having the streams and thing, but they're not fully. We'll just say right now they're not fully decked out. Hopefully, I'll stop being a lazy ass and take some time to get everything going. But the Salt streams are definitely we got a lot up on our sleeves. Like I say, we often imitated, never duplicated, always ahead of the pack, dog. We always got some new shit going, but I'm just gonna have to take some time to test it out. But it's gonna be live when it is. But yeah, man. No, it's a sad state of affairs. Like, I don't think you have to be obliviously optimistic to feel like the Texans won in this trade. Like I said, you're sitting on an asset that once in a lifetime, this will probably never happen again, right? And or an opportunity for this to happen again will probably never happen again. And
Right.
I just don't get it. But ultimately, like, now that he's gone and free of all that shit, I want to know what the real issue was, right? What was the issue that was so bad that could not be mended? Like, what was it that was just so, I mean, like I said, just disheartening, whatever it was that made Sean have to leave. It couldn't have been the trades because, like I said, he signed on after trades and shit like that.
Yeah, I know the reports. I know the reports are not fact, as we had this discussion in the Discord not too long ago. But I would put trust into the reports that came out early about this, because usually those are the ones that are closest to the truth. And after a while, it's a lot of pivoting and a lot of turning left and right.
One second, Mr. Tim, man. I did not recognize something. Shout out to Professor Trill. We 260, 70. We only got 86 likes. Like, we got that many haters
bro,
in here.
y'all bro, pause the stream, bro.
Wow.
Pause the stream.
We had that many haters. Y'all, that many of y'all came to hate watch and watch us suffer in our misery. Look, if you're a hater, hit the dislike button. I ain't even tripping on that. if you got love for the sauce, you're a fresh ingredient, at least hit the like button. If you're new to this, hit that subscribe button.
Put the song on. Perfect on, bro. Don't even go back and forth with them.
Like I say, man, I believe the reports from the beginning.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity for new blood. We had an opportunity for new direction.
Right.
I mean, you can. Some people could say that it was his fault that Bill O'Brien stayed around an extra year, or they could say, or I could say, like I said, that he was towing the company line. He's just making things look good as the leader of this team.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to go in a new direction, get fresh blood in here, get fresh minds, start thinking differently, and start trying to win differently.
Yep.
And Cal McNair passed up on all of that to bring in another Bill O'Brien, to bring in another by the numbers. This guy does this so well, let's bring him in. This guy does this so well, let's bring him in. Instead of actually trying to find talent that's good at that, like across the board, or talent that comes and fits a scheme and does the right thing. They went back to business as usual. And if I were him and I was looking at that situation, why would I want to stay here? Why would I want to
Right.
continue to invest time of a short career that I might have? I mean, 10 years is about the max now for a lot of these players. We barely got a few guys over 10 years, and it's usually just like those guys that come from a generation before. These newer guys, they're lasting about 10 years, and they're out the league. Why would I stick around for that? Why am I going to waste most of my career with a team that doesn't want to learn from its mistakes? And that starts with the
Right.
front office and that starts with the coaching staff. And what do? They go and get David Culley. We all knew David Culley wasn't the answer. Everybody wants to sit here and get surprised that he got fired after a year. The national media can be idiots if they want to. We knew what David
Right.
Culley was. We knew that he was just a stopgap. We knew that he was a diversity hire to try to
Right.
appease Deshaun because Deshaun's thing was he wanted a black head coach. The black head coach that he wanted was Eric Bieniemy, and you didn't get
Right.
him. And there was a what was it, Byron Leftwich out there. A lot of people threw that name
Yep.
out there. You got to sit here and understand that you were in a no-win situation, and it was going to continue to be that way. I mean, you
They
have
could have went
Deshaun
with
on this.
Lovey last year. They could have went with Lovey last year
They could
if
have.
they
They
felt
could
like
have.
that. They could have.
He was
They could
there.
have. I don't know.
My thing is, and I get all that, I understand all that, but there's, to me, that's the same as we know when we talk about issues and relationships and stuff all the time. We're in the Discord, and we talk about, one particular group is the primary problem for all divorces, right? Why? Because they're unhappy. Something as simple as being unhappy. You made a commitment to something, but because you're unhappy, now we can dissolve this commitment because, it ain't playing out the way you envisioned and fantasized. I looked at it the same way. When he signed that contract, when you're a rookie, you can't pick where you go, right? You gotta you end up where you end up.
No.
We know.
Right.
When you
Right.
choose to sign that contract, okay, now, I'm engaged to the process. Like, because things didn't go the way he wanted, to me, it's just something you gotta deal with. Like, it's unfortunate. Did they lie to you? They, sometimes partners cheat and then they stick around, they work it out. Were they misleading? Probably, possibly. But you signed on that dotted line. You accepted everything that came with that. You felt that the character was good enough then, to accept what they put on the table. I don't see that as a valid enough excuse. Like, it's unfortunate. I agree. It's the Texas front office is trash. Like, I can be disapproving of Deshaun and be disapproving of the Texas front office too. Like, I mean, both these things can be acceptable.
At this juncture, Honcho, which one are you more mad at? Are you more mad at the front office and the Texans organization for how they've handled this entire situation, or is it more towards Deshaun at this juncture?
I want to lean to say the Texas front office because of accepting the outcome. You know what I mean?
Right.
That they got.
Right.
But at the same time, there would have never been a situation had it not been initiated by Deshaun. You know what I'm saying? This would have never been a thing, ever. Period. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like, my whole deal is just that. Like, because now I feel like this is going to start a trend. We already talked about how we had a whole argument yesterday about the mental capacity of players, athletes these
Yeah, we
days
did.
versus, back then. And now they already are growing up in these AAUs and these summer leagues and all these different things, whether it be 7-on-7, and they got all these programs and shit that we didn't have as kids, and all their shit is put on social media. Everybody praises and
Yeah.
worship and shit like in a way that, shit, you could have an ESPN for fucking junior high kids these days, high school kids, whatever. But now they see this and they feel like, okay, well, he didn't like what was going on. He ain't like the coach. He ain't like that now. He got out of his. They feel like they're gonna feel like that's the thing to do. Like, you ain't gotta honor these
Right.
commitments no more. And so I feel like, especially with the name, who it was, a guy like Deshaun, the kids gonna look at it like that. Other players gonna look at it like that. Well, shit, he forced his hand. Now, of course, you got to be somebody on the tier of Deshaun Watson, or at least relatively good, relevant in the league to the point where you're an asset, you're a game changer, be able to pull something like that off. But still, there's plenty of those diva type personalities in the league. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just going to inspire and motivate others to try to engage in similar behaviors. And to me, then it turns the NFL into the NBA. And we know how often we complain about the shenanigans that go on in the NBA, and the way sometimes it can feel like the players have too much control over the fucking league.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I think there has to be a limit. That's just kind of how I feel about it. Like, to me, what happened today, what happened overall with this whole situation, to me, has shifted it's ever so slightly the way things are going to operate in the NFL, one way or another. Like I said earlier, you're not going to see those no trade clauses in these contracts anymore, or there's going to be a shift because people are not going to want to deal with this shit. Like this is going to be a learning lesson. I think the teams, okay, well, this is how we're going to have to handle this because I don't think the Texans ever saw this coming. I don't think we as fans ever saw this coming until it happened. I know we would always say, don't be surprised if we said, actually, you know what? We say that often when, before he signed, we say, don't be surprised if he ends up in Atlanta. No, I don't think anybody said Cleveland prior to him being signed with some crazy talk, but, in Atlanta or somewhere else or whatever, and then he re-signed. So that conversation stopped because, okay, maybe we were wrong, but maybe he does want to stay. But then, like I say, he used this to finesse this whole ordeal. And then, like I say, go ahead, Tim. What you got?
No, I was going to let you finish your thought.
Mm-hmm. No, and I was just saying, like, to me, like I said a long time ago, this is some months back, last year actually, in the Discord, and I'll keep bringing it up because certain individuals, another individual who has now hopped to the Browns bandwagon, and a certain individual who needs an assistant to ride rides in Fiesta, Texas, were attacking me, in the Discord about my thoughts when I said this man is acting like LeBron. Long time ago, and now they conceded, they agreed and said, yeah, they did say, so I'm not going to keep rubbing it in, but. And this whole thing played out like that, like, is it this team, it's that team, or and then all this switching. Like to be the biggest hoest-assed part of this whole thing was he reached out to Atlanta. So it's like you reached out to Atlanta, got their hopes up, got all this shit going on, and was making it look like this was the play, and then you rescinded, because Cleveland came with the bag, and I'm not mad at you for that, but. Again, you got to say, okay, where is this guy? Everybody has a price. When is this guy able to get bought out, and when does this guy have integrity? Because remember, he was always the man of integrity, stand-up guy when he was here until, the massage incidents. It was always Deshaun's a good guy. He's doing all the right things and all that. I don't believe that anymore. That's why I say I feel like he's the bad guy now. He's going to be the bad guy of the league, and people are going to love to root against him.
Honcho?
Yeah.
What about this? Why the Houston Texans are the ultimate hoes? Because they have no respect for themselves. Mm-hmm. They don't garner any respect around the league. They don't garner any respect amongst premium players. They let coaches and they let guys and their bottom lines get in the way so much that they dealt the ultimate compromise to the players. It's their fault that the players even have to think like this. Like, we forget Andre Johnson wanted to lead his team at the height of its success. Mm-hmm. And he saw it then and was like, nah, I need to get the fuck up out of here. Aaron Foster like, bro, that's crazy, dog. Well, how could you think that? And then only to find out 2 years later when he was being released from this football team after the 14th season, why he meant what he did. Because it was the inevitable. Shit wasn't getting better. It was getting worse. Yeah, true. Yeah, we were still going to the playoffs and things of that nature. But the Houston Texans don't prioritize winning, which is why we've never known what it's like to have a consistent winning product on the field. This is why I want the defense back so bad, because the only time we've ever really won anything or been in a position to win is when we've had a premium defense. You don't have that. So anyone trying to say that we need this person to get an O-line, yeah, O-line is cool when you have a quarterback. O-line is cool when you have solid running back play. Yeah, but you don't have any of the things, so you're going to have to pick, choose, and get the best of what you can. And right now, you don't have enough assets to do anything on offense, so get your defense right, at least, which is what we thought he could have done, which is Tenny's point earlier. Damn, at least, can we at least have a good defense? That's what we were known for anyway. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make no sense to me, but hey, it ain't my problem no more.
I feel like you could totally blame the front office on this, because you hired Nick Caserio. He wasn't my guy. He wasn't Deshaun's guy, and that's really when the rift happened. And he made it kind of publicly known. Some things never change. He tweeted that out.
Right. Right.
I mean, he didn't say a whole lot during this whole year that he took off, but he did say that at the beginning. Some things never change, and he was unhappy with that situation. But then you look at the fact that all Nick Caserio had to do was, okay, let me take a shot on Eric Bieniemy. Let me take a shot on Byron Leftwich.
That's all he had to do.
Let me get them in here. Because you know what? He could have just fired him this year. He did it with David Culley. What would have stopped him from them? This is the point though. Like, you have options. You could have fired him if they didn't do good. I mean, or you could have caught some lightning in the bottle.
Be easy. No, let me address.
Pleased.
I gotta address this Be Easy character. I don't know who the hell bruh. We have watched this team for damn near 20 years now. This team has botched and 3 first-round picks were already automatic. Automatic. That was automatic. The fact that you're getting a third and a fifth and all this bullshit and you don't get no players but Russell Wilson, they can give up Noah Fant, other players, trade players back, give up picks, get extra early, top 60 picks.
Shit? Is he talking shit right now?
No, it's on some it's this dumbass mediocre mind state that we should be happy because we at least got 3 first-round picks. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's the whole problem. I'm glad I'm leaving this whole ass franchise. I'm so fucking glad. I'm tired of that whole ass shit like that makes me sick, bro.
This brings me back to my point. All you had to do is please Deshaun. Deshaun is your best player on this team. All you had to do is try to please him and try to get him going in the
We know how he likes to be pleased.
Yeah, I mean, hey, oil up, Nick. Oil up. What can I tell you? Hey, but what I'm saying though is, if we got fans like this that support this team that don't want to hear the truth, and you're in our community, Be Easy. Why don't you stand on your words? Tell me what you think's going to happen over the next 3 to 4 years, because we're still going to be here, and we want you to come back and answer for your words. Because I'm telling you right now. To you, Be Easy. I'm guessing you're all here with this mediocre mindset. Go ahead. Stand on your words. Tell me what you think's going to happen. Don't tell me what players you think's going to get drafted, because that's not what I'm asking. Tell me if you think he's going to be successful. Is he going to go through these next 3 years, pick 6 permanent starters that are going to be dead on, badass guys, and aren't going to fall off to the wayside? He's not going to miss on a pick. He's not going to miss on any of his drafts. You got 3 years. That's 6 first rounders plus everything that follows. You mean to tell me that you trust Nick Caserio that much to carry this team in the next 3 years? And this is well over. This is almost 30-something picks that we're talking about. Do you think that he's going to hit on them enough to make this team a contender for the Super Bowl? Because that's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal. You want to be a contender for this Super Bowl, and that is it. There's no in-between on there. Yeah, you can have stepping ladder. Yeah, you can have little, I've accomplished this goal this year. Let me get to the next goal next year. That's understandable. But if you're not in a Super Bowl, or you're not in a contending spot for a Super Bowl, what's it all worth?
If AFC championship at the very least, bro, get past the divisional round. Like, at the end of the day, I don't have to accept shit from this fam. I don't have to accept shit from this team. I ain't got to sit around and be patient about a motherfucking thing. It's been teams that in 3-4 years went to AFC championships or went to Super Bowls and won that bitch. Baltimore Ravens, created in '97, they went in 2000. Like, get out of here, bro. I don't got to accept shit. Jaguars. What, AFC championships? What, the first 3 years that they were in the league? Fucking the Carolina Panthers, NFC championship. Go to a Super Bowl within 10 years. Get out of here. Like, bro, teams have done way more with far less than this football team. This team had hit on 8 of 11 first-round picks, had kept people on this team for years to come. This team has dwindled away. Nobody who was of value is on this football team. And at the end of the day, the Houston Texans constantly do this shit, and they impede the process of bitch-ass fans to constantly say the weakest shit ever. Like, we'll give them a chance. Why the fuck can't we just get players and know that they're raw right off the rip versus having to wait on somebody to develop when they're not in the business of developing anybody?
Bro, he doesn't deserve our chance. He's already going into year 2. Like, right now, what you got to understand, the Browns just became playoff contenders. They just became certified playoff contenders no matter what this year. Yeah, they got the defense to back it up. All they got to do is bring in some pass catchers. And that is it.
That's it.
All right, real quick. That is it. That's it. Real quick, King Jaja. Appreciate the super chat. Love say Matt Ryan on the Brooks Spoon ATL. I'm definitely sure it did. They should have thought about that. But I mean, like I said, with Deshaun reaching out to them and putting them in a last minute situation, I think it's a little bit unreasonable, but it is what it is. Said Richard Snow
713 say bring back Rick Smith and Gary Kubiak.
Too late for that.
At this point,
Too late for that.
They was way better than this joke for team are officially the new Cleveland Browns. We've been the Browns for a little bit. People got mad a couple of years back when the motherfuckers said, "Hey, you know what? We're the Bengals." You know, then I think about last year or so when I said, "Okay, now we ain't even the Bengals, we the Browns." People, "Oh, you're a hater, you this." Where the Bengals been recently that we ain't been ever? You know what I mean? Like they were actually making plans. You know what I'm saying? Like the Browns with Baker found a way to put talent around the man. Like that's something we said. Like you know, like it's just. It's going to be wow. And yes, and for those of you who are watching, we will be rocking again live at 7. We'll go a little while longer, but we will be live at 7. You know, a little bit of a milder sauce.
In 20 years, the Houston Texans have 3 playoff wins.
Yeah. I mean, you look
like what the fuck are you talking about? Like 3 playoff wins?
Yeah. All right. And King John.
No, 4. Four because we beat the Raiders. I forgot about the Raiders win. Wow, whoop-de-doo.
They've never won a playoff game on the road. They've never won a playoff game on the road.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And you know, when people say haters or what, but let's look at everything objectively. Look at those playoff wins. What it was? 2 Bengals, injured Raiders, and
2 Bengals are injured Raiders, and greatness by Deshaun in the fourth quarter.
No, the Bills.
And greatness by Deshaun in the fourth quarter.
Was it really Deshaun or was it Taiwan Jones? I mean,
it was Deshaun because if Deshaun don't get out of that damn play to complete it to Taiwan Jones, Taiwan Jones had to finish the rest of the play, which he is going to get credit for, full credit for, because you know, he got like 35 extra yards out of that play. But
I mean, that's what Deshaun gives you. He extends the play, he gets it to a guy that's going to make a play, and they make a play. Davis Mills doesn't do that.
Before that play, fucking Deshaun Watson was trucking niggas. He was throwing. He threw 2. He ran in a 2-point conversion, and then the second 2-point conversion, he dumped it to fucking DeAndre Hopkins.
That's the difference in talent right there. Deshaun came into this league with way more talent than Davis Mills could ever hope he could develop. And you look at a situation like this right now. Davis Mills never, in 11 starts, he never looked like the reason you were winning a game. He never looked like the reason that you could win a game.
Because they didn't want to put him out there. They didn't want people to get film on Davis Mills. See, they had to unleash him too early. So they put the leashes on him last year. Y'all gonna see, like, they put the leashes on Davis last year. They was like, hold on. You know, we don't want to let the world know we weren't ready to unleash you and put you out there like that. So just, you know, give him about 30%. You know what I'm saying? Don't give him the whole shebang.
You got the right ones today, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You got the right ones.
Y'all just ain't y'all hating on my guy Mills. Mills is the future, though. You know what Mills ain't never do? He ain't never gonna get violated in a massage parlor and then abandoned the Houston Texans. I'll tell you that. Mills ain't never done no shit like that.
We don't know that. Hey, bro, his booty. Hey, what he got going on in that realm of his life, bro? Hey, shit can come out, bro. Let him not pay off the right person. His wife might end up exposing him for everything.
Mill's a good Christian man. He's at church on Sundays. He's with the puppies in the park on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? He's a good stand-up guy.
They're the worst ones.
You know the future Davis Mills has? When I'm sitting down watching football with my grandkids going to be like, who's that talking on the TV? He used to play quarterback way back in the day. He wasn't that good, though.
Right.
Damn.
A Houston Texans throwaway. A Houston Swindlers throwaway.
Yeah, terrible. Shout out to King Judge. I say Nick bet on himself by not taking players. Like, here's my deal, bro. Like, again, and somebody was in there complaining about biggest trade in NFL history. No, it wasn't. It should have been the biggest trade in NFL history. This is the biggest fleece in NFL. Houston Texans have gone down as getting hoed in 2 of the biggest trades in sports history, NFL history, however you want to look at it. Like, the 3 first is not acceptable. Like, the fact that you came away with 1 asset right now, that's it. Like, this season, you only came away with 1 asset and not a top 10 pick. You got hoed. Like, the fucking Cleveland is going to be immediately better right now. They're better than they fucking were. Yes. That fucking pick, you don't know who they fucking pick. We got 2 first, so even the one that we're getting, it's not a top 10 pick. Still gonna be talented, whatever. But again, the value's not there. Or, you know, even if you're gonna use the trade back, the value is not as much as it should have been. Like, you got hoed. And then you got a 4th and a 5th and some layaway rounds a couple of years from now. That's not a win. It's not a win. Everybody and their mama had that on the table. Everybody, you didn't win if you didn't get the best deal or at least a comparative to the best deal. This is the worst deal that has been laid out The deal that was actually accepted was the worst deal you heard laid out from any media personality, any of your favorite tweeters, or even the lying ass troll accounts. Like, this is the worst deal you've heard anybody put out for Deshaun, especially after clearing the cases. And yet here we are. This is what got accepted. No players. You have nothing making you immediately better. That makes me feel like, again, this is almost another throwaway season. Like, and you know, one, I can understand you trying to get everything together, and I don't want to feel like they're using Lovey on the throwaway, but you didn't do anything that guaranteed you that you would be immediately better, right? Like, and maybe they're being cheap. Maybe they didn't have the rookies. I don't know, but still, you could have came away with a player, should have been multiple players that immediately impact this team and can contribute right away. But you got nothing
right now. Sauce community, Sauce chat, y'all maintain this feeling right now, because when you look at this and you read this trade, it's not a good trade. I mean, yeah, you get 3 first-round picks.
Honcho, we got more haters up in here. They still not liking the video, bro. We need to pause the video, bro. They ain't fucking with us, so we might need to pause the video for a second.
I'm gonna say like this, man. Keep this same energy, bro, because I'm telling you, starting right now, within minutes after this news broke, people are trying to change the mind of those who feel that this wasn't good. They're trying to tell you as a fan you don't know what you're talking about, and that you should feel happy you got 3 first-round picks.
Exactly.
That you got a third and a fifth.
Like they did us a favor. They did us a favor.
And exactly. And I'm glad him man pointed that out, because that's what y'all got to understand too, especially if you new to the sauce, not true to the sauce. Like, if you fuck with the sauce, y'all already know what it is, because we sit up in this motherfucker and argue with each other all the time. So it's not about you got to agree with me or you're just not allowed. Like, you know, it's one thing to cry about somebody else's opinions, and then it's another thing to have your own opinions and, you know, debate a position. The crying shit, we ain't with. But all I'm saying is, whoever you are, wherever you are, this is why the sauce exists, where Texans fans can truly espouse their feelings, speak how they want to speak. And we're going to get a call-in show at some point in time. But like I said, we're going to definitely we'll be back live at 7, because we're going to be doing a thing with Fox later on. So make sure y'all catch that. But we had to get the hardcore stuff out the way first. So, you know, this stream right here isn't too Fox friendly. You know what I mean? But make sure y'all showing love on that. So make sure y'all definitely jump back in at 7. And we're going to get a call-in show at some point. Then folk going to be mad at me. I'm like, Honcho, you promised us a deal, and I'm going to blame that shit on Deshaun too, man. You know, look, Deshaun out there fucking the game up for everybody. But But what I'm saying is, like, this is what y'all got to understand. Whether y'all agree with us, disagree with us, or whatever, it don't matter. Just be willing to stand on your 10. Like, that's what the sauce is about. Like, everybody, different ingredients, different flavors. Whether, you know, you support or you disagree, ain't nobody on our side. You know, I'm a question, well, why are you blindly supporting? And you expect it to have an answer. But not, you know, people get offended whenever you challenge them anywhere else. But like I say, here, it's about the people. It's about being able to have those realistic conversations. Like, we don't want everybody to be in agreement. Like I said, we've been in this motherfucker every day arguing for hours about nonsense. But you know, at the end of the day, it's all love. Not all is, you said somebody didn't like, block him. You know, everybody welcome to the sauce, man. So again, whether you rock with it, whether you're a fan of another team or whatever it is, it ain't nothing but love. You know,
we welcome everybody.
We keeping it authentic. But I'm glad Tim had mentioned it. But now saying all that shit, hit the damn like button. Y'all act like, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all want to act like some hoes being stingy with the likes. I mean, likes is free. Hit the dislike. I don't hit a button. Just, you know. So you ain't half dead.
Let us know you're engaging in the conversation.
Yeah, the ones that ain't liking this video, y'all are probably the ones that don't have another outlet because nobody else wants to give you the honest truth. Yeah. They want to protect their interests. They want to protect from saying something wrong that might hurt a relationship to where they could get an interview or do this or do that. We're giving you the truth right here, right now, and we're giving you our raw reaction to this because we're fans talking to fans. Mm-hmm. And all these fake journalists out there with their little Twitter accounts, with their little shit that they want to broadcast, the shit that they want to do, their little podcast, they gotta control and censor the words that they want to say. We don't do that here at Sauce. We're gonna give you the raw emotion of it. And this is not a good trade. We could have got more, and we should have got
way more.
I mean, but you know what? It's Nick Casario. He's a Patriot product. That's all he's ever going to be. He's always going to live in the shadow of Daddy Bill Belichick, and it's never going to be different.
Yes.
I expected more from a. I expect more from a nigga coming from a championship team who has 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 championships. You build one of the greatest rosters of all time. You helped build a dynasty. Well, supposedly you were in the building when the dynasty was being built, I guess, because we don't actually know what your role is in the equation. And I find it very peculiar that with all of that knowledge, being around all of this winning type of mantra that comes along with being a part of that organization, and somehow when you get to a team that's in an easy division, you don't get the most for the assets for the players who are getting traded. And then I find it ironic that Cal McNair believed in you so much and allowed you to do your job, and you come here and shit the bed immediately. Immediately.
Real quick, shout out to D Skills H Town. He said there's some members of the owners group very happy Deshaun is gone. That massage addiction didn't play well with them. I'm happy he's gone. It didn't play well with me. You know, played well with others. But like I said, it's just time to move on. You know, this is not the representative, you know, I want for this good, clean, wholesome organization. You know, he's out there doing some shenanigans. Trill, you're a terrible person, you know. Now that you're a Brown fan, you went nuts. You want to block all the Texans fans, you know, because they speaking big facts. You know, don't be a hater, Trill. It's not the way you want to go out. It's not a good look. But man, bro, like I said, it's a situation where there's no way you can really feel like the Texans got the best outcome possible in this situation. Like you can holler wins and losses. We can talk about wins and losses, and people can say, "Oh, well, they got 3 first rounders," but no one can genuinely sit here and say the Houston Texans got the best possible outcome in a Deshaun Watson trade. And if you say that,
you're talking about what? Yeah.
If you say that, you're being disingenuous with yourself, and you're a damn liar. Like there's you know, and so it is what it is. Like I said, it's sad though, man. Like I said,
I mean, you couldn't even talk the Browns out of 2 second-round picks.
Yeah,
right.
Like from the onset of this situation last year, they were reporting that they was going to take multiple first-round picks and second-round picks to get him.
It's terrible. Trill, you're enjoying this a little bit too much, you know, and it's really not a good look, you know. I'm really sad. We'll see you be riding down the freeway in that big brown jersey with the 4 on the back, you know. It's gonna be real questionable. Anywho,
motherfucker, the mud dogs.
Yeah, terrible situation. Man, look. So again, like I say, it's just the little bit of faith that I was trying to allow for Nick Casario, man. I think I'm out on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really out on that because
I'm glad for you.
You got hosed. Like, why is it that, you know, people from the Patriots, I guess, other than Belichick, can't fucking trade? Like, you know what I'm saying? But Belichick's trades don't even be that much because, like, Belichick's trades don't necessarily be great. He just don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll just let a motherfucker go for whatever just to get him out of there.
Right.
And so people play it as like, oh, see, the Patriots don't give a fuck. They'll trade you for nothing. They can take some L's on some trades too because he can get more assets for. But people don't look at it. They don't paint it that way because of the quote unquote Patriot way. But none of these guys have shown, you know, to be able to win. And I mean, when you put up talking about best in the league type assets, when you talk about Hopkins, and you got essentially what a second rounder, and you got to take on fucking David Johnson's contract. I mean, come on, that nobody. Oh well, excuse me. There were people who said that was a win for the Texans. You know, you can those people, and that's the shit y'all keep running back to.
Where are those people now?
That's the content y'all be wanting motherfuckers. But now there's plenty of people making that off the wall, asinine, insane ass content. And if that's what you want, look, go there. There's plenty of places. All you got to do is Google search. You can probably search on YouTube too. It's people who only play the positive role, and you can have that. If it was positive, we'd be on here celebrating, you know, how good of a move it was. But with all the talk that's been leading up this entire week, you know, all the talk that's been leading up since last Friday, he had to deal with the little deposition shit. So for the past fucking week of this conversation, you know, you hearing, oh, so-and-so was in the mix with 3 firsts, 2 seconds, you know, star player and an upcoming talent, you know, and all of this from Carolina, which I thought would have been the best haul. And, you know, they are like, and again, This is why, like I said, I have disdain for Deshaun because he accepted that role and he left the Texans, I won't say in shambles, but it's just like all of this could have been avoided. Like none of this, like it could have been avoided by you not ever signing that contract. And then, you know, having the free reign to do the shit you wanted to do. Like, but instead, you know, all of this unnecessary shit would have happened. Because I mean, you could look at it just like shit. If he wouldn't have signed that contract, this would have been what, the year they franchise tagged him. And if he said he don't want to play, they'd have still tried to trade him and try to get some assets for him. I mean, it would have still been the same fucking outcome if he wouldn't have signed that contract, in my opinion.
But to call back, we said Bill O'Brien was gonna fuck shit up.
Mm-hmm.
But even
and he
then,
fucked it up. But yeah, he did.
People chastised us. People chastised us and said, "Oh no, you got to give him a shot." That's where that "give him a shot" bullshit comes, like, gets you. Like, Bill O'Brien was the cause of the whole contract negotiation.
Absolutely,
he's the one that negotiated it all on this net.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to y'all like I wasn't happy that we inked Deshaun to, what was it, like 4 or 5?
Yeah, everybody was thrilled.
6 yards. I was thrilled. I didn't give a fuck about the no trade clause.
Zach Cunningham had got his contract the same year.
Mm-hmm. I was excited. But y'all motherfuckers that sit here and say give him a chance, but the same motherfuckers saying give Bill O'Brien a chance, and you see where that got. I mean, what you get out of that? What you get out of a 4-win season after he was fired after first 4 losses?
AFC South Division champions, Tenny.
Hey, I will punch him in his face. I do not care. If he talked to me ever like he talked to Brian Smith, we would have problems.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, dude, like we here at the Sauce community, we have been trying to tell this fan base for a long time that shit is awry. It's just bad. Everything is poisoned. Everything is soiled, and y'all don't want to listen.
Oh man!
I mean, I guess, sir. I guess all it takes is a little, the little finger thing that they give you at the game to say #1 Texans fan to make you believe in this franchise. Because I don't see a winning product on the field whatsoever. I guess if you could get more clout from some of the fans of the Houston Texans fans, I guess that'll make some of you actually feel better.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's all about clout chasing. It's all about saying that you get to be friends with a player. It's all about, oh, look, I've been so cool with the organization. They gave me tickets to go to a game. Oh, look, I get to have this sit-down video call with so-and-so. Like, what does it all fucking matter at the end of the day if shit ain't getting better? Like, all you're doing is just greasing the wheels for yourself. Now, I mean, if you're self-absorbed in this and that, and you're just trying to survive off your own, then I get it. Like, by all means, make your money. If you feel like there's a career path there, chase it. You want to be a fake journalist, put that little card in your hat, it says press, show up to the bleachers at open practices and try to ask some questions. Do what you got to do to get paid. But at the end of the day, don't feed me bullshit and expect me to fucking sit here and smile at you and be like, thank you for giving me this information. When I can see with my eyes shit is fucked up. Like, I'm tired of that. And that's the biggest problem with this whole fake journalist fucking thing that's going on with sports in general right now. Anybody with a fucking mic and a camera wants to get on here and tell you, oh, I know this because I spoke to this. Oh, my connection says this. I have a source that does this. You know what? We don't have sources, but we seem to be getting it right on a lot of fucking shit. We seem to be sitting here and talking just like you would at the barbershop, at the bar, when you're hanging out, barbecuing. This is the same kind of conversations that we're having here that you have in your personal, regular life. We just want to extend this conversation out to y'all. And right now, this team is being fucking idiots. They're doing the wrong fucking thing, and we need to start fucking holding them accountable. Put their feet to the fire.
When speaking of accountability, when do we start holding, certain members of the Houston media accountable? The motherfuckers who do the most talking and are more wrong than anybody else all the time. And it happens like the day they make announcements and state their opinions as matters of fact. And then only to be embarrassed minutes later being, completely wrong. And multiple times.
Well, we've been holding them accountable, but at the end of the day, we don't have enough people like us who are willing to go against the institution, which is anyone who discusses Houston or is a part of the actual franchise. Like you say, bro, this fucking whole organization and its media are full of fucking clout chasers. Yeah. Even the people making YouTube content outside of us and a couple other channels, bro, all they do this shit for us for clout.
Yeah, which is weird. Very, very
it's weird shit. It's weird, bro.
Very odd behavior.
Why is the validation needed so bad? Validate yourself by supporting a winning product on the field. That's the only validation you need.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
this is the same Houston media that protected a questionable character for a long, long time, knowing about his devious deeds behind the scenes, and
Right.
rode and went to bat for that cat. Like, and there's lots of people. Some might be in here too that support and rode with him, but like. Made motherfuckers. See, that's why I say I don't put no man on the pedestal, no end all be all. That's why we had this argument with Braylon the other day about even these, like the Rappaports and the Schefters, and like they get it wrong too. They said a bunch of all kind of off the wall shit this week. So one of them said yesterday it's imminent, it's happening shortly, and shit happened 2 days later. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff, all this media shit. Like again, we always say we just fans talking to fans because that's really all it is. You roll the dice enough times, you're gonna hit on a couple of things, but for the most part. Nobody in the city really broke this. You know what I mean? Like everybody was saying Atlanta and New Orleans, he's gonna be a Saint by the end of the day, and pancakes, something like blah 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 blah, Atlanta, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
And and then what happens? Turn around, goes to Cleveland. So I don't even think there's really no inside sources like that in the city. You know what I'm saying? There's by proxy and all that other shit, but.
I think all the virtual signaling, and I think the fact that people. The Houston Texans purposely put people in place to be able to feed people information just to be able to weed them out so that no one else can sell the narrative of what they're actually doing. It's quite clear what the Houston Texans, the organization itself, are doing, and they prove it time in, time out, week in, week out, day in, day out, hour in, hour out. Anything that's reported by the Houston Texans is always last. The Houston Texans, you don't hear anything from the Houston Texans webpage, they Twitter or nothing. They don't break the news. Fucking NFL insiders are breaking the news. The Jay Glazers, the Rappaports, the Schefters, the Clinton Storners, the hit all of these people who are all on these damn different platforms. The Houston Texans don't do anything. They're never first about anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's the thing when we speak on it, and it's funny because there's some certain individuals when we used to speak on the behavior of Houston media used to talk about, oh, they ain't that bad, Roderick. They seem to have been on the other side of things lately, talking very rambunctiously about certain individuals within the community, but. Some of that, you got to be privy to the Discord conversation for that. You want to be a part of that, patreon.com/SauceSports. We be in that thing all day. Like, if you want direct conversation, like with Sauce Nation around, like, the Discord is where it's at. And people are like, well, why you got to make the Discord? Like, because let's be honest, you don't want to talk to certain motherfuckers all day. Like, certain people just don't deserve access to you. But those who are willing to go above and beyond and do it, like, we appreciate that. Like more than but it's just certain people because y'all see it on the social media. People just like to try to troll and say dumb shit. We can have real good, legitimate conversations. Sometimes discussions get a little bit heated, but it always, like I said, as men, we always bring it back to the foundation and we, walk away better for the conversation. You know what I mean? But let me see. D Skill said the current Texas regime doesn't respect local media at all. But I kind of like that too, though. I kind of like that too because it is funny to see certain members of the media, basically fall flat on their faces. Because this is a couple of times this type of shit has happened. And under Nick Caserio, I'll give him that. He's able to keep the information, under wraps as far as that. So sometimes that's funny because, again, like you say, you got all the sources and the insiders and the the flagships and all this other shit, and then I don't know nothing any sooner than the motherfucker on YouTube. You know what I mean? So
nope.
It's excuse me. It's a wild deal, but again, here we are. But like I said, we are gonna jump back at 7. I don't know if there's any other things y'all want to touch on because I want to make sure we get a little break in, and then like I said, we jump back
we
in.
Go ahead and save the rest for later, man. We dripped enough sauce, for the original sauce as long as we could. Shout out to Sauce Nation. You already know what it is. Check back with us in an hour or two.
yeah, real soon.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, chat, Sauce community, man. I love y'all guys. Come join the Discord because it has been live all week. Even with my busy ass schedule, when I get to come in, the conversations are always hidden. Dude, like y'all keep the energy right now because this shit's not over. Now the motherfucker gets the draft with these picks, and I'm pretty sure this will be touched on later. But y'all keep that in mind. It's not over. This is just the climb of the roller coaster. You still got to come on down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Shout out to D
you were
Skills.
very right about that, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Appreciate the
who
super
was to
sauce,
say
super
that
chat
fucking?
love.
Go ahead. Honcho.
No,
Yeah, go ahead.
shout
No,
out
go
to
ahead.
D Skills, Preach Super Sauce, Super Chat Love, and also OG77013. Say, keep in mind, just because they got Deshaun don't mean they're gonna have great picks. We just went 4-13. That roster ain't what it is a couple of years ago. Oh man, look, like I say, it's gonna be a long term rebuild situation for the Tech. Like we've been saying that since Cully entered the fray. Like it's gonna be you invest some year. Like if you a tried and true Texans fan, or this is the point where you make a business decision and say, all right, I gave it what I got. At this point, I got to move on. I can't commit another 20 years to the foolishness. And like I honestly, I don't blame anybody jumping ship. I'm not going to do it, but I don't blame anybody. Like this is a situation where I would normally like I always say I don't justify people getting like them gastric bypass. Like hit the gym, work that shit out. But sometimes there's those emergency cases where you just need to get the surgery. Like so, I'm kind of on the same shit with this right now. Like I don't be condoning ship jumping, you know what I'm saying, or bandwagon or whatever you want to call it. But in a situation like this, I can't fault anybody who decides to go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? As long as it ain't the Titans. If you go in the Titans, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we cool in the sauce, but I hope you catch a flat on your way to your interview, you know what I'm saying, for your dream job. And then when you get out, I hope a motherfucker drive by and splash some water all over your nice dress shirt. But like I said, it's a lot going on. But again, like I said, catch us. We're going to have some more on the Roundtable joining us when we get back at 7. So we're going to be super deep. So make sure y'all peep that because I already know y'all want to see. I know that y'all got a little bit of the sauce. I know y'all going to want to know, how it goes. Hopefully we'll get as many folks as we can and see if we can get the entire round. That might be pure chaos, but we'll see what's what. But with that being said, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to Tim, man. Shout out to Wink, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out all the love, all the super saucy super chat love. Shout out to Rio, man, dropping big bombs today. Definitely appreciate that. And again, become a member of the Discord if you want to go to war with Rio. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. Go enter at your own risk. With that being said, man, we chugging up and do y'all be cool like y'all be cool. But most of all, man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world. The fact that y'all kicking it with the sauce, man, greatly appreciate it. Y'all stay saucy, man. We are out till 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Catch us on the Fox app or on the channel. Hit that like button on